Hey guys, it's Maymay and it's more Chalk Couture. I'm still making signs today. So this is a sign that came with my kit when I signed up. It's actually one of the frames. By the way, this one's small enough I can show you. Look how nice these frames are. So nice. And I am going to change this one. I'm putting this little towel underneath it because my table is not even. In order to be able to film for you guys, I had to do some fancy footwork setup today. So that's why I have a little towel under it. But I'm going to clean this one off and start over. So this has been on since April when I signed up. It might even have been March. And I've got this bowl of water right here beside me because I'm not at a sink. So paper towel, I'm going to put that into the water, get it fairly wet. Now this has been on here, like I said, a while. So I'm going to pat this on. And I may not need to. I've never cleaned one off that's been on this long. So I just think if I pat this on and get a little wet to start with, that will probably help. And then I will start to clean it. And this is what I mean by it's okay to invest in the pieces that you're chalking because you can change them, but they are permanent until you change them. This is the coolest. I'm gonna tell you something. This is my third project today. I filmed all three of them for you guys. I am loving this stuff. I want to have this in my store so when people come in, they can test it and try it. I think it is the coolest thing. And that's all I have to do to clean that one off. So you may notice that you can kind of see in the water the image that was there before, but I noticed earlier when I made a mistake on a project, after it dries, like after you clean it and then you let the board dry completely, that goes away, or at least it did earlier. So I'm gonna look and see if it does here because I've not tried it. I can still kind of see it, but I'm gonna let it dry and see if it kind of blends in. It's not extremely noticeable, but it's in there. I don't even know if the camera's going to pick it up, but I can kind of see it. And actually, now that I've looked away and looked back, it's even less noticeable. So I think the more you use it and the more you season your board, just the better they're going to get. And those images will just knot back in the back. But I think it would really be hard for somebody to notice that there was something on there. They'd have to really look real hard. So we need a sign in the shop to count down days till Christmas. So this is the one I want to use for that. And I'm going to cut this guy away. This screen, or I think they call these transfers. I've been calling them screens, but I think they're transfers. This one is called Days Till Christmas. And it's super cute. And it comes with this little string, or this little bead string to do ornaments with, or to hang your ornaments from, the little beads. And then all these little ornaments. I think they're cute. I don't know which ones I'm going to use today. I just thought this would be a cute way to get us a little sign for counting down Christmas days. All right, which is super close, by the way. Oh my goodness. But I'll be honest with y'all. I'm going to be set, ready, and go because I am all about this Chalk Couture. I'm all about it. It is the easiest thing. I think I'm going to set myself up a table at home with all of my supplies, and I'm just going to make Chalk Couture projects for all my friends. And I haven't even done a die project yet. I don't even know how that's going to be. I'm a little scared of it, so I'm kind of hanging back, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to do one. All right, so Days Till Christmas is my main transfer, and I'm going to fuzz it in a second, but I kind of want to see where I want it to go. I think kind of down low will be cute, and then I can hang some of those little ornaments from the top. Okay, so what I mean by fuzzing it is these guys are super sticky, and if you put it straight down, it's a little hard to peel it up when you're ready to peel it up. So I'm just putting it on a lint-free cloth and fuzzing it up, and then I'm going to slide this into place. And what I mean by that is, look, I can slide this. It's almost like an air hockey board. It's not, but it's kind of got air underneath it. Until I press it into place, I can move it around a good bit. And once I get it where I want it, I just rub it down. Now I'm going to do this one in this pale blue color. It's called Coastal Blue, but it's kind of a gray. And I think gray is really pretty this year. I want to do it in gray. I just decided to. I've been doing a lot of white. I just did a whole nativity scene in white, so now I want to do a different color. All right. You take the lid off, you pull off your little protector piece, save this for later because you want to put that back in. And I have been using spoons. These are old silverware spoons that I had from, I don't even know where. And I'm just using this because I can wash it and just reuse it over and over again. So what I was saying about I'm going to set myself up a place at home, I'm going to put all my supplies there, and when I'm done, just go wash them all and just keep going. Now I want to go to the store and find everything I can chalk. You know what I'm saying? I want to go find all surfaces that I can put chalk on. All right. This needs to be the consistency of yogurt. This is pretty good. It's a little tiny bit stodgy, not too bad. I'm gonna put a drop of water in it. So I have a little bowl of water off to the side and I put some in my spoon. I'm just gonna drop that in just a bit, okay? And I'm gonna see if that will help us out here just to make it a little smoother. I have not used these since April, so they're a little bit dry, but that's what you do. You just put a little water in them and fudge them back up. What's that word? And I don't know, smooth them back up. We'll say that. All right, so this little spoon, don't worry about it. I can just clean that right off. It's not a problem. It's not permanent. And then I got some on my hand. Let me clean my hand off so I don't get it everywhere else. And just to make sure I don't have any air bubbles, I'm gonna run this down. I love the stitches on this little scene, this little sentiment. Run that down just to rub it down good. And then I got this little squeegee, and I'm just gonna squeegee my paste on. Here's the thing. Earlier, when I first started doing this, I was pulling a lot of the chalk back off, like really leaving very little in my screen. I've decided I like them a little better with a little more in the screen. Almost like I want to fill up the screen, the letter, and then I want to take off only what's laying on top that didn't go down into the screen. You'll know what I mean when you do this. It just seems to do a little better. It's almost like it's a little better to leave a little more than take too much out of it. Because you can make it too thin and it can kind of peel up with you when you peel it up off of there. Gosh, that was a lot of words. I hope it made any sense. I'm just having the best time in the world. I'm serious. When the girls get here and see all these things that I've made, they're going to be shocked what's going in the shop, and it's taken no time. What takes the longest time is cleanup, and that's nothing. Seriously, I thought this is going to be the worst to clean all this stuff. It is not. It literally rinses off with water, and that is it. Now, because this is a screen, you don't want to pull this at any one particular point. You want to lift up very evenly so that you don't tear that screen inside of your little cutout, because you can use it over and over again. Do you see how perfect that is? Perfection. I love it. Now, this guy, I'm putting in that bowl of water that I have, and I'm putting it in chalk side down so the chalk will stay wet on the screen. I'll come back to it in a little bit. Now I want to place my ornaments. I love this gray on here. It's very pretty. Let's see how we're going to do our ornaments. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm going to just kind of put one on one side, maybe down about like this. I did fuzz that, by the way. I just did it kind of off camera. So I'm going to put one about here. Then I think I'm going to put... See, I'm fuzzing it. I'm just doing it on the little towel off the screen a little bit. Oh, there we go. Let me put it in screen. So get that one off of there. And I think I'm going to bring this one up here a little bit. Like so. And then I think I'll put this longer one down. I think that'll look cool if it comes down here. But I'm going to put this one on first so I have a little room to work around it there. All right, so I've got this guy on. Let's squeegee it down just to be safe. Get out any air bubbles. Same here. And I think I'm just going to make a line right here for us to write the days on. But I just think this will be cute, kind of hanging down. So let's do that same coastal blue in this ornament. And you can do these in multicolors. That's not a problem. You can totally do like this in one color. I have no red. Can you believe I didn't buy any red? So I'm doing this with what I've got. I do have red ink. I just don't have any red chalk. But I will be ordering it this weekend. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. So there's that little guy done. Let's lift this up. And I'll tell you a tip that I have learned from doing this today. I am not sticking it all the way down on the edges. Like I'm not rubbing the corners down so super snug. And it helps me to lift up. If I leave them a little loose, look how precious that is. Oh my gosh. If I leave these edges a little loose, I can get in there easier. This guy's going into my tub of water. Chalk side down. I'm going to let that one dry while I work on this one because I want to overlap the other one a little bit. So bring some chalk over. Guys, your kids can do this because listen, if they make a mistake, you just wipe it off and they get to start over. And a child can get derailed by what they consider to be a mistake, although adults can cover things up and it doesn't bother us as much. But if a kid feels like they made a mistake, they kind of cannot want to do it anymore because they feel like they're not perfect. With this, when it's like an eraser, you don't have to worry about it. You're like, don't worry, we can just erase it and start right over again. All right, so I'm going to pick up on one corner. And I just want to pull evenly. I don't have to pull from bottom to top. I just want to pull evenly when I lift off. Let me get my hand out of the way so you can watch it. It's so cool. Look at that. All right, transfer to the water. Doesn't matter if they touch in the water either. The sticky won't stick to each other in the water. It's not a big deal. All right, now I want to do this guy here. Oh, I might can do you. Okay. I think I can put it down without interfering with the one above it. I'm going to defuzz it off the screen. Defuzz it, no fuzz it. Then I'm going to lay this down. All right, rub that down. And see how I didn't rub that all the way down or that one all the way down? That way I can pick it up easier in just a minute. Let's go back into our chalk. I love the gray on this white frame, y'all. And gray's big this year. It's been big the last couple of years. Ooh, that one's easy to do. Just a little bitty guy. I'm just going back and getting my excess off of there. Then I can lift this up. Peel that away. Look, I didn't even be careful with it. I just peeled it right off and put that right into my bowl. So there's those ornaments. Now let's do the little bead line so it looks like they're hanging. All right, I'm going to start with the shortest line first. That way I can move it from here and then to here and then to here and get the chalk a little bit and then more so I don't have a big messy chalk deal. But you know what? I'm going to cut this. I want this to be a little closer to that first dot. And don't worry, you can do that. These are your little screens. So now what I've done is just made that dot closer to the edge. So, oop, I didn't fuzz it. Let me fuzz it. Glad I thought about that because I'd have been mad at myself. All right, so there it's fuzzed. And now what I'm going to do is just lay this right there at the top. And I'm just going to slide that down so that those little dots are right where they need to be. And go back to my gray. Just a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to change my spatula to the skinnier one. This one's a little too wide now. So I'm going to put this in my water and I'll clean it when I go to the sink. So I have this little thinner one, which actually is just made from cutting a bigger one down. That's all I did there. I'm going to put this in here. Clean off this excess. All right, then I'm going to lift this guy up. Look at that. Are you kidding me? I look like an artist. And I'm not. It's so cool. All right, and now I'm going to lay this guy down on top of this one. You can clean in between if you want. I'm trying not to have to. I didn't rub this one down very good. I'm going to rub it with this little squeegee real quick. I'm not putting my ink on yet. I'm just rubbing those down. Okay, set that there. Get my paste. Rub it into the dots. Pick up my excess. There we go. Peel that off. Look at that. It's so stinking cute. Okay, and now I'm going to do this guy. And now, this is what I meant by I'll just be adding paste as I go, and this will be the longest one that we do. So that way the whole strip is not, you know, full of paste. And I'm going to bring this up. Now I think I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to make, I don't know if I even need a line to write how many days. Do you think I need a line? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to leave that spot open in the middle and we'll just write the number of days right there, and I think it'll be super cute. And that will be it. But if you wanted to, you could take this little guy and you could make a line here that you could write the days on. I'll do it real quick. It won't hurt a thing. If I don't like it, we can erase it. I'm going to do this like so. Go back to my chalk. Slide that on there. And then peel this up. And that way, if you want to have a spot for someone to write the days, they will. They'll have a little line there. All right, this goes into, we use the whole thing. That goes into our water. Gonna put my lid back on. Don't do this over your work. Do this off to the side. I have a habit of wanting you guys to see what I'm doing, so I put it over my work every time. But look, there it is. And now you just use a regular piece of chalk and write the days on here. And during the season, when you're wiping it off, it's not going to take your Chalk Couture product off because it's permanent until you wet it. So you just want to make sure when you write with your chalk, you don't wet this area to clean it off. Or if you do, make sure you don't hit your little chalk areas until you're ready to take this off. And when you are ready, you can turn it into something else. You just watched me turn it from one side to another, and it's great. I love it. Oh, I love this stuff. Okay, if you would like more information about it, I'm going to leave it in the description below. You can become a designer with the company. You can sell the product. You can just purchase it if you want to just use it for yourself. Whatever you want to do, I'll have the link for you guys below. If you do, I haven't said this in any videos, if you do join the team, you'll be on my team. That's the link I'm leaving below. And I don't know, I'm loving this stuff. There's no telling what we'll do with it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.